Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 18 of I Teach You the Internet. I'm using my mature voice because this show is 18 years old. Isn't that right, Jenna? Not 18 years. 18 episodes.
18 episodes, but 18 years at the same time.
Yeah, it's all adults, and we're going to be very mature. And this is the second time we're starting the show because I forgot to record the last one. So let's just jump into it. We're doing like a roundup episode of hot stuff. You're going to talk about your new hotness, which is the
Samsung Chromebook 3.
Okay, and this was, I'm going to catch everybody back up to speed so we don't repeat everything. You told me like a few weeks ago, hey, Tony, help me pick out a laptop. I'm going on vacation. My budget's $130. And what were your requirements? What did you need it to do?
I needed like something to write, like a notepad or Google Docs, which is what I use. I need YouTube. I need great battery life, and I wanted like my social media.
Okay. And we looked all over. We looked at a few different websites. Computers have gotten way cheaper, but still, like, in my head, it's like, wow, you're asking for a lot at $130. Get some more money, Jenna. Like, let's.
I had to save for my vacation.
Yeah, and no, it makes sense, and that's where the Chromebooks are perfect, right? Like, my favorite computer, I'm a Mac person. I have a MacBook Air. I have a Mac Mini. I've had Macs for like 15 years. They're expensive. They're nice, but they're expensive, and you have to take very good care of them.
Yeah, I kind of wanted a MacBook Air, so I go up on the Apple website. Even though I'm not an Apple user, I still like the computers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like while we're on the discussion of Apple, I'm done with my phone. It's going crazy now, and I want the iPhone 7.
Well, you have to wait now.
I know.
Patience, young Jenna.
Yeah. Okay. So what was I saying? I always liked like the MacBook, and then they're like $1,000 on like the Apple website. So then I go to Amazon. And I'm like, I don't know how good of getting a used one will be, but like they're still like $800. I'm like, I don't have.
Yeah, they hold their value really well, and they could last you a good while. But you needed something to throw on the airplane, throw in your bag, get sandy at the beach, like something. And that's what I think is so cool about the Chromebook. If you lost it, you'll be kind of sad, but you'll feel okay in a week.
Yeah.
If you dropped and lost your MacBook, like, that's sick to your stomach feeling.
Yeah. That's like... well, there goes $1,000 out the window.
Yeah, and how long until you could get another one, right?
Yeah, you'd have to wait a long time unless you're rich.
So we were able to find this one. You ordered it online, right? Walmart or something?
No, I think I got it at Amazon Prime, I think.
Cool. So $130, you get a Chromebook. You used Chromebooks for school, but now this is your first personal one.
Yes.
What was your experience like from when you got it, from when you opened it up?
When I first opened it up, I just put in, like, my information, and then it asked me for a password. And I'm like, password? Wait, what? I did not set up a password. So then I, like, created a new password. Whatever, that kind of scared me. I'm like, I bought it, and I can't use it. Oh, my goodness. I bought it. I got onto it, and I knew how to work everything because I already have a Chromebook. So I currently have 2 Chromebooks in my house. One that's I own, and one for my school. And the reason I didn't just use the one for my school is 1, because I have to give it back in 8th grade. 2, everything that I want to do is blocked because it's for school.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose it just in case I travel. Because, like, then I'd have to pay money to the school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Just get a new one. So it's pretty good. I haven't had any problems with it. The battery life is really good. It's better than my phone.
How is it?
It's really good. Like, right now, it's at 78%, and I've used it all day.
So it's like all-day battery, at least.
Yeah.
That's better than...
It's really good.
My MacBook Air is only getting like 3 to 4 hours, but it's like from 2011 maybe. So it's pretty old.
But like it's good. One thing I really like is how I really like the keyboard, because the keyboard, I didn't know this until I got it, and then I researched it to make sure. But the keys on the keyboard are somewhat curved, so it's like easy to type, which I really like.
That kind of fits your fingers.
Yeah, and then everything like works like really smooth. I could use my YouTube videos. I could go to saveitradio.com. I could write. I could check my emails. I could do a lot on here. I really like it.
So that's what's cool about the Chromebook is nowadays, like all the software is web based. You know, it's not about how strong your computer is for many things. It's just about that you have an internet connection every once a day, right? So you can update and save things. And like you're even editing audio.
Yeah.
Using Soundtrap.
Yes, hashtag non-spons.
Yeah, well, they could sponsor if they want,
please sponsor us.
And that's all like free and built into the web browser, and it's pretty amazing because that wasn't available just a few years ago, especially online.
I was pretty surprised when I was able to do editing, because I haven't tried it because I don't really do it, but I've heard that like hardcore editing isn't the best on here, like video editing and stuff.
So like I edit our show in GarageBand on the Mac, and it's just a couple of tracks. It could, but when it's time to save it, it takes a couple minutes. And I do video editing too, and that can take a long time sometimes because that's really using your processor, which on the Chromebook is kind of on the low end. It just needs to run the web browser, really.
But that's not what I wanted my Chromebook for. So I'm okay with that. One thing I do not like about this, which, it doesn't bother me too much because I don't use it, is the camera. The camera on here is really bad. It's
super budget.
Really fuzzy. Yeah, it's... okay, this doesn't apply to everybody listening, but you know how you gave me that little computer for Christmas? There's like the Dell.
Oh yeah, it was a netbook, a kind of laptop that doesn't really exist anymore. Really small laptops that were really popular, like right before the iPad made it big, and it was just a little tiny laptop, and we put Linux on it, I think, and I gave it to you because I really wasn't using it so much anymore.
It's kind of like that like camera, but I don't really use the camera. I actually still have it. It's sitting in my electronic box.
And that's an old computer.
That's
like a 10-year-old laptop at this point. So that's kind of bad that the camera on the Chromebook is similar to that.
It's really bad, but if I need photos on my Chromebook, I can email myself a photo, and then I'll get it on my laptop, and then I could save it to my files.
Right.
Which, it's easy, but, the cameras. One thing that the Samsung Chromebook 3 does not have, but I really don't care because I'm not going to use the camera, rather than, I have no clue what Chromebook this is for my school, but, on the camera, it has, a little, flick thing, so you could do front view, and then, back view.
You could flip the webcam from one side to the other, so you could look in front or back.
This thing doesn't have it, but I don't care because I'm not going to be using.
That's a little gimmicky. You wouldn't. I don't know why. Maybe you're recording your teacher's lecture or something. That could be kind of cool, I guess.
The screen, when you move it forward and back, it's pretty good. You can see it mostly. Besides pictures, I could it's flat right now, It's a little bit. It's like 2 feet away from me,
Mm-hmm.
and I could read the words clearly. I just can't see the pictures.
Hmm.
So that's good, but like I'm never gonna do that. But like it's still good.
So what are the top programs you use mostly on the Chromebook?
Is like what I use.
Yeah, what apps?
I use all my social media, which is Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, and then YouTube.
Why are you using that on there instead of just on your phone?
Because this has more battery life, and I don't have to.
It's like you're
my
going
phone's
backwards, like you're going backwards from your phone to your
I know my
to a
laptop.
computer but that's true. Like I have my iPhone 6s, I have my iPad mini and a laptop and a Mac mini, and I can do work on all of those devices. And I could do more work than I could have done 10 years ago on any of those devices.
Yes.
But I go to whichever device serves me best at that time. I could probably record this podcast on an iPad. I could figure it out.
Which is what I'm doing.
Well, but I'm the one actually recording.
Yeah, you're recording. Okay, so never
But
mind.
it would be like the biggest pain in the butt.
Well, I mean, I don't know if your iPads can do it, but I know Apple cannot screen record. Wait, we don't need screen recording. Don't listen to me.
Audio recording, like built in the system, it won't be able to record. I'd have to like extend it to another device, like record from my iPad to my iPhone. Like it would just be, there's ways to do it, but it's a lot of work, and it's just easier to sit at this big, I have 2 monitors and it's everything's set up real comfortable on my big desk here, and I could work the way I want to. So yeah, it makes sense sometimes, like you want devices to work different ways.
One thing I really liked, not necessarily about the Chromebook, but like on any computer, is because I've never had a computer with social media on it. Because like the only other computer I've had is the one that you gave me, the really small one. And I'm so used to the way that Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Pinterest is set up. So it was really fun to explore the ways it was different. I'm still figuring out how to direct message on Instagram on my Chromebook. And
That's funny. When you move to the different platform, it's like, wait, how does Twitter work? Like, this doesn't look like Twitter. There's more choices and settings. Like, if you go to Facebook on the computer, it's like, there's a lot of things on this page.
Yeah, like I can't figure out where to direct message people off there, cause so that's one thing I use Instagram for on my phone. Well, speaking about like using devices for which is handy. Today I went to volleyball practice. On my way home, I was scrolling through Instagram. I didn't take my computer, so kind of evening out the battery.
Yeah, it's using the devices wherever they meant to be. Like now I'm doing a lot of stat tracking. Like I started a new website thing, and I really want to check constantly the visits and all these things. So I actually I have a little tablet, a little Windows tablet, and I stuck it to my wall with Velcro.
What?
And it's constantly showing me how many people are at one of my websites.
Oh, that's cool.
So when I walk by it, I can see stuff like that. And that's something I wanted to do with like the Raspberry Pi. And that's something you could figure out how to do with the Raspberry Pi. You can set it to like always show you weather or time or some pictures or play a radio. And that's what's really cool. I think we're getting to it now. I think Apple's really good at it now. Using all your devices in harmony and when you need to pick them up. Like I can start a document on my computer, pick up my phone, and it's there. It automatically syncs. Look at my watch, I see an email, and then I can make that email pop up, on my iPad because I walked near it, and the devices know they're near each other and they start talking to each other and stuff. So that's the future I'm hoping for, where like you have all these screens everywhere, and when you walk up to it, it changes to be whatever you need it to be.
I know I've said this before on the podcast, but do you ever think that the internet is going... hold on, let me think. Let me put my words together. Do you think the internet is ever going to be so advanced that you're not going to be able to do anything more because you can't, you already know everything, you have everything, but then everybody's going to keep pushing and wanting more, and they have to understand that you can't do anymore? That's what I'm scared about in the future.
Like the limits of technology?
Yeah, physically right now, we cannot do what's coming in the future, but let's say we're in that future and nothing else is coming because we physically cannot do it.
We reached the limit.
Yeah.
They might have said that about us 100 years ago, and 200 years ago.
Yeah.
We don't know what's coming. The future is maybe about computers cloud computing, or computers that get really big, computers that could really quickly solve something like cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're really far from the limits, because computers are going to get so good at math that you could give it a problem like this new disease, and it should be able to crunch the numbers and figure it out and then give you the answer the next morning. We're very far from that. So until we reach then, I think we still have a lot.
I think we still have a lot, but I just want to know if there's ever going to be a point where we can't.
It's true. We got now diminishing returns. Your Chromebook is good enough. 10 years ago, people used to want really, really fast processors and computers. But now people are like, I just need to check my email and my Instagram.
Yeah.
And so a lot of computers now is satisfying. Amazon had their sale last week, Prime Day, or 2 weeks ago.
What? Why did I not know about this?
Maybe you were on vacation. So they had 30 hours of deals. I picked up a Kindle Fire tablet for $30.
Oh my god.
And
oh my god.
It's normally $50, which is awesome anyway. And it's a 7-inch tablet. It's not the best, but it's pretty good for Netflix and videos. And that's all I do. It just sits by my bed. It's basically, I just play videos while I'm going to sleep. But for $30, sure, the iPad Pro, that's $600. I played with that. That's awesome. That's really amazing. And I was doing coding on it and all kinds of stuff. You can't beat it. But this was $30, and it satisfies a lot of things. And that's where your Chromebook is. And that's, I think, where computers are for a lot of people today. Oh, this does almost everything I needed to do for way cheaper than I need to spend.
Yes.
So, all in all, you give the Chromebook a thumbs up?
Yes, for sure.
Are you do you see yourself being a Chromebook person, getting a couple, there's higher end Chromebooks and stuff.
I know, but I didn't want to pay money.
Cool.
Cheap.
Now, but there's something else that you wanted to talk about that maybe you do want to spend money on when it comes out?
Maybe, I'm not sure because I don't play video games. But I think it's September, the Nintendo is releasing the Mini Super NES or NES Classic Edition.
Why did this catch your eye?
This caught my eye because ABC News had a Twitter, and I followed it, and it had lots of internet or technology stuff on it, and I'm like, this is where I could get my stuff for this podcast. I'm like, hey, this is cool, because I read the article, and it said Super Mario Bros. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, one and done.
Yeah, so... Do you know what this thing is? What is this thing?
The picture went away, but I think it's like a mini controller, right?
So this is a re-release of something that came out like 30 years ago.
Oh.
The Super Nintendo came out in like 1991 or something.
Oh, well then why are they... Wait, hold on.
So this is Nintendo making a shrunk, cute version of it. That you can...
why? It's going to like fall out of your hand easily.
So
That's one thing I don't get about this.
So they did this last year. And I have one. In Japan, they don't call it NES. They call it a Famicom. And I was able to get one. So this is...
Ooh.
I'm showing you, and people could look online. I actually have the original, too.
Oh, my goodness. Those are probably worth, like, a lot of money.
No, well,
Maybe
actually,
not.
the mini one is because what happened was... So the Famicom came out in, like, 84 or 85. And in America, when I was little, I had an NES. Not a Super NES, the original NES. Mm-hmm. And that's where I first played Mario, and everybody loved it, right? Mm-hmm. So then they came out with Super Nintendo and Super Famicom. They're the same thing. They just have different names for the different countries. And so they decided last year to make this mini version, which includes like a bunch of games, like 30 games, and tiny controllers. And you could plug it into your TV with HDMI. And the old systems, you can't plug into modern TVs because they're too old. So this was a way for like nostalgia, and people would be like, oh, I used to have one of those. Oh, let's get them. Oh, and they sold them for $60 last year, but you could not find them anywhere. And I would wake up every morning and call Best Buy and Target, and they would be sold out. And they were going on eBay for like $200 at least.
Oh.
And then Nintendo...
Sorry.
No, the Nintendo announces that they're not going to make them anymore. And now they announce that they're going to make the next generation, the Super.
Yes. Speaking about things being sold out for $200, I can relate. The tickets, they were sold on eBay for $200 now.
What tickets? Oh,
Pokemon Go Fest. But I'm not allowed to talk about that.
No, you have your own show. We'll plug at the end.
Yeah.
Do you have any interest in like retro games?
No. I just saw this. I'm like, Tony would like this. Let's do this.
Yeah, I do want one, but not to be a snob, but I want the Japanese version, the Super Famicom, because the colors are a little different, and because I have people in Japan who could send me things. Maybe I could, it's just cooler to have the Japanese one if everybody else has the American or European one.
So if you guys would like, while you're leaving us a 5-star rating, if you guys would like to donate money so we could go to Japan, please do. Thank you.
It's going to be good when we do that show. Yeah.
That would be amazing for podcast. Okay, wait, I'm getting off track. So in the article, you can find this at ABC7. Oh yeah, the website ABC7. It says that gamers everywhere rejoice. Nintendo is releasing a version of the classic Super Nintendo entertainment system this year. The original game console launched in 1991, which is I think is what you just said.
Yeah, I dropped mine.
It says, debuting now, I think that's how you say it, now classic games that are Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda. Everybody says it's really cool and I want to try it, but, I don't know what it is. A Link to the Past, Super Mario Kart, Super Metroid, and more. It says that while many people from around the world consider the Super NES to be one of the greatest video game systems, except Japan. It's called the what?
Super Famicom.
Super Famicom. Consider the Super NES to be one of the greatest video game systems ever made. Many of our younger fans have never had a chance to play it. So this is kind of being made for kids like me who kind of want to try it because you can't find it anymore unless you want to spend $200.
Yeah, well, and the old ones, if you found old original Super Nintendos, they won't plug into your TVs.
Yeah.
So this is a way, and it comes with a bunch of those games that you read are the best games for that system.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the way to get into it. And those retro games, like I go back and play them every once in a while, and it's my rice cooker saying that my rice is that beeping. It's my rice maker. But those games are a lot of fun, and still I don't play a lot of modern games, but I play a lot of those old games.
That's cool. So, I mean, I guess this is made for, like, people my age who, I already said this, but people my age who want to play this or use it.
And I think it's equally for people like nostalgia, like, oh, I used to have one of those, I want a mini one, that this could actually run off, because it runs off USB power. You could run it off your little battery pack from your phone.
Really?
Yeah. So if you...
That's cool.
So my dream is to have like a little portable version. But you know, you could actually download all these games on your Raspberry Pi and play them there.
Ooh!
So that would be a cool project to make a little...
I haven't used this since I got...
I haven't used mine either.
I mean, it's fun to make. It just is very slow.
Well, there's different things to do with them.
Yes.
And maybe we'll do that thing. Maybe I'll teach you and help you do that thing that make a pirate box, which is fun. Where that lets you like make it mobile and stuff, and then you and your friends could share
people
files.
can drop stuff?
Yep.
Like, let's go to Starbucks and test this out.
Yeah. And freak people out because it says pirate box. People don't like that. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I hope to get one, and because I think they're doing pre-orders and it's going to start selling out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, that's the way. And I still want to Switch.
Wait, how much is this thing?
It's going to be like $80. They raised the price.
Oh, yeah, it's a $79.99. Oh, that sucks. I am not paying $80 for something that I'm not going to use.
We're going to buy a $5 USB controller, and you're going to put them on the Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
We're going to play it that way. All right. Jenna, there's a lot of stuff going down at saywhatradio.com.
Yes,
What's happening over there?
Wait, I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, but it's now a different name, right?
No, we're still saywhatradio.com. We're not ready to change. But there's new shows. There's new things for people to... I mean, there's this show, but everybody's already subscribed to this show. But we have our other show with our sister
called Julie's Art Farts. You could find that at saywhatradio.com, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
They changed it on me, and I'm messing it up, and any podcast apps.
And episode 4 just dropped, and it's really cool. And is, I think, our best episode yet.
Yeah, I like that episode.
And you started branching out, and you got your own thing going on now.
Yes, I do. It's called Jenna and the Gym Badges. It's about Pokemon Go. So, I mean, I kind of hinted toward that.
Yeah, we don't get to talk about it here anymore.
Yeah.
Boo.
No.
But everybody who's missing it can go over there.
Yeah, at saywhatradio.com. It's on Apple Podcast, right?
Yep.
Podcast now. Yeah, Apple Podcast and any other podcast apps.
And what do you do on that show?
I talk about Pokemon Go news. So, Niantic, please continue dropping stuff so I can continue my podcast.
Yeah, sounds good.
Eventually I'm probably going to have 5-second video saying, like, sorry, Niantic's being dumb and not dropping anything. Bye!
No, you got to be creative. You got to come up with different things.
Maybe I can have some special episodes.
Yeah. There you go. So there's lots of stuff. The Say What Radio empire is growing. You could find Jenna all over it. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So until next time.
Goodbye.
See you guys later. Thanks for listening.